Hello folks, welcome back. I'm the Custard Prophet and welcome back to this ABC Journeyman save. We're in club number 9, which is Coventry City. God knows what season we're in, but we have managed to get Coventry promoted to the Premier League and playing, well, it's not really tiki-taka football, but playing some passing-based football. We're actually getting them to survive in the Premier League, and we were doing awesomely well last time we were together. Things haven't necessarily gone quite to plan since then, but we're at the end of the season and there's nothing to worry about. Yeah, folks, well, before we get into where we are in the division, looky at this graphic here. We are the best club in terms of the amount that we're spending in the context of our turnover. So we are turning over around 186 million, and 53 million pounds of that is going into wages, which is just 28%, which is the lowest in the Premier League by some considerable margin. As you can see, Derby are making less money than us, but are spending more of their turnover on wages. So I think we're doing things pretty well. Look at Arsenal. They're actually doing pretty well considering only 43% of their turnover, which is pretty darn impressive. But then you get some rather weird situations up here where the likes of Blackburn, Southampton are really trying to push the envelope. Right, let's have a look at the how things are going. Here we go, folks. You can see we are sitting now down in 11th, and there's good reason for that. We have been woeful, literally awful since we were last together. We've not won a game as far as I remember. In fact, we are on a massive losing run. So this is where we were last together, the loss at home against Luton, and it looks like it was foreshadowing something. We lost then against Leeds in the FA Cup, not great. Ruben Reyes scoring early, but we conceded 2 late goals. Great win away against Brentford in the Cup. That's been our last victory. 4-1 victory, Chin, Lawrence, Ngasson and Charlie Allen. But you can see here, February was a little bit worse. March, April, May, we have lost every game. So we drew 2-2 with Wolves here. Probably should have done better. Ngasson and Leo scoring the goals. And then we got a player sent off, so we couldn't really push. Away against Norwich, not really doing very well in the league. And Ngasson got a goal, so he's done well. Away at City, of course, we're expecting nothing here. A chin brace, but nothing more than that. Nice draw here against Sheffield United, but we left it late. And again, you can see the problem here. So we got 3 points out of February. We'd had a lot more than that out of January. March, just 2 games played, a 5-3 loss against West Ham. This was really frustrating because we were out of it and then we were back in it and then we were out of it again. Chin and Ngasson brace. Tottenham, they beat us 1-0 at home. That was frustrating. Leeds away, the 3-1 loss here with Lawrence getting the goal. Stoke at home, this was a 4-1 loss. Chin taking it on the chin there. 2-0 loss against Liverpool, 3-1 loss against Chelsea with Leo late goal, nothing in there. And Southampton, it was a 2-0 loss there. Basically, we've forgotten how to score and we are conceding goals for fun. And really, it's down the centre of the midfield where the real problem is. We're centre of defence, we are just leaking them straight through the middle. And we've tried to sort a few things out. We've tried to move people around a little bit, sort of moving these defensive roles around a bit, but no one is really doing it. So all I've got really is just hoping that we can finish off this season and forget about it and just come back making a few more changes next time round. Clearly there are some players who we don't need to be here anymore, and we need to move them on, and we need to get some better players in. So we're not reliant on some of the players that we have been reliant on thus far. Here we go. We got Courier and Chin out, so team is going to be as follows. Allen and Ngasson going to start the up top. I'm missing Chin. Leo's going to be on the right, Lawrence on the left. Long and Cortez going to make up that midfield pair. Taylor, Coulter, Haywood and Byrne across the back line. Really hoping this young lad Byrne can make it into something good, but we're not really seeing it at the minute. But he does look like he's got something. The other thing I noticed is Tom Besher, who is starting to look better and better and better. Not giving him maybe enough games. It's hard to know where to play him though. He's kind of a slightly weird player. Where would you play him? Where would you play him at the back? Because he can't head the ball, but he's got that ball play. It feels more like a central midfielder to me, but he doesn't seem to want to play that. Although he can play on the right side, but he can't cross. So, I mean, I'm a little bit confused with what he wants to be. But I noticed he's a wonder kid. So we have to make this guy work. He's worth £46 million and he's not getting game time. So I think we have to do something about that. I want you to tell me where I should be playing with him. Right, let's get into it. Let's see whether we can beat Newcastle, who are just above us. So if we can win this, we can... well, I think last time we finished 12th, so if we lose this, we could finish 12th again, and that would be a bit disappointing, although Brighton are playing Liverpool, and it might well be that Brighton are going to struggle to beat Liverpool. But if we can beat Newcastle, we'd go ahead of them, which was great, and Chelsea are playing Wolves, so we could end up in the top 10 if we win the match. We're at home, we've not won a game in ages, you know, could we do this? I mean, we've been getting the goals from Ngasson, we've got Chin getting goals. We've not seen much from Allen, and Popovic has kind of completely stopped scoring goals. So let's see how we do here. So we've got the ball here in the centre of the park. Nicely done. Lawrence pings it into Allen. Nicely done. Again, a lot of close passing. And again, it's a poor pass, and there is a... Oh, dear me. And that, folks, sums us up beautifully well. The passing that we were so good at, it feels like that has... We are kind of struggling with it. Coulter with an absolute terrible pass. Taylor did not predict it, and then they just sweep through us and score a goal. So I don't know whether we're more defensive. I don't quite know how to do it. Brighton are losing though. That's pleasing. Here's McKay, and we've had 7 shots, and we get done so often on the counter. But we seem completely ineffective going forward. Well, here is Byrne into Hayward. Poor pass. Well, we got away with it. Felt like it was to nobody. Here's Allen. Nicely done. And Gasson, he's lost the ball. We've got a lot of players up. Are they going to manage to turn and shoot? And they've found their man. It's Novak. I don't know if that's Novak Djokovic. Can we win the ball off them? That would be really surprising. Oh dear. And that's the other sort of goal we've been conceding, where the central defenders just seem to be so wide apart, and someone runs between them and there's nobody there. So despite the fact they've had hardly any shots, they've created 2 lovely chances, and for some reason we've got this player running after him. Those 2 don't even try and go towards him. Don't know why. Don't you just love it when FM throws this sort of stuff at you? And it's just completely, your tactic has been ripped up, and you're going to have to start again. Thankfully, we haven't. It hasn't cost us our job yet or relegation, but you can see how much less confident we are. And there we go, giving away Coulter. He's given away a pass, which led to a goal. Now he's giving away a penalty. The man is on fire today. He's on a 6.8 somehow. Dear, dear, dear. I mean, I don't understand how the team are scoring quite as highly as they are. Oh, DeVos. Maybe he put the opposition's goalkeeping gloves on. That might explain that save. So we're 2-0 down, and we're not creating good chances. I think that feels one of the big issues. Nobody up there is really doing anything. And I don't know what to do about it, folks. Do we bring on this guy? Do we bring on Basham? But he doesn't seem to want to. I just don't know where he's been effective. He's never really been effective anywhere. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's see whether that does anything. Lawrence is coming off. Besher comes on. We're only two down. Maybe there's a hope yet. We're creating chances. They are just terrible chances. So a few changes. Popovic coming on for his final game of his career in Coventry. We're also seeing Ruben Reyes, Issa coming on, probably his last game as well for the club, as well as Reyes. Probably made some of these changes a little bit late, but there we go. It would just be nice to have a shot, really. Just a chance. Here's Popovic. Could he score on his final game for the club? Was that a penalty? Come on. Let it be a penalty and let us score it. Let's end this curse, if nothing else. I feel that's not a penalty, but wouldn't it be nice if it was? It's a penalty. Right. Come on. We have to score this. It's like 7 or 8 penalties missed on the trot. We cannot miss this. Leo. Yes, the curse is over. And maybe we'll go and win this 5-0. Not 5-0, 5-2 now. Right, Leo's scored. Right, maybe because we've been missing penalties, we're going to go attacking. We're going to be trying to create. We're going to go up. Oh, not much higher, just higher. Bunch up the players a little bit, and then we can play some slightly longer balls, I think, over the top to Leo, who's a fast player. Let's do it. Well, that worked well. We lost 2-1 in the end. We got a penalty. It was the only real decent chance we managed to create. I mean, XG-wise, you can see Newcastle probably deserved that. They had one really good chance, maybe 2 decent chances, but they didn't have an awful lot of chances in comparison to us. They got a lot of them on target, and we were just not able to keep them out. I think Coulter won't be coming back next season, unfortunately. I think he has... I don't know, I've lost confidence in him. And they never seem to want to come back. So, yeah, it's another loss. Just a disappointing end to a really, really good year. But we finished, I think, 1 place higher than we did last season. So that's pretty good. We just need to make sure this is a blip and nothing more. Because I hate it when FM does this, when it just, you don't see it coming and you just can't put it right. So, yeah, we finish in 11th. Which isn't bad. 46 points is a decent haul. Derby, unfortunately, relegated, as are Southampton. In terms of players who are potentially, or managerial jobs that are available, as you can see, no one is particularly available. I am currently untouchable. Despite losing, I think, like 8 or 9 games on the trot, which is mad. Looks like the Brentford manager is going to be out on his ear, as well as the Southampton manager. And I think I did notice that, was it Joe Hart is retiring? No, it's not Joe Hart. Is it this guy? Is it this lad at the top? Yeah. So Abel Ferreira is retiring at 67. So this might cause a little bit of a merry-go-round at the top of the division. So we'll see what that does. I don't know if anyone else is retired. I think Frank Lampard's of the age, but he's not looking to retire this season. Wayne Rooney is 60, so he's not looking to retire. Who else might we see in here? I think that's it, really. I mean, Frankie probably isn't going to change the Manchester City. I think that's unlikely. But what about Joe Hart? Could he be tempted? Not sure. Anyway, folks, that's where we are. Let me know what you think about that season. It's a bit of a weird one. How do we put this right next season? Where do we focus? I mean, we might not be here, but there's a chance we might be. So I'm not quite sure where we kind of look. We are going to have a decent transfer budget. Just have a quick look at that. We're going to have a minimum guaranteed budget of £21 million. I suspect we'll have a bunch more than that. So that will be good. So I think we want to maybe spend that on a couple of players. We might well see, the likes of Leo bids coming in. Do we cash in? Newcastle are after him. He is now 25-year-old. I mean, he is absolutely rapid down the right side. He had a good season. Certainly now he's back firing on all cylinders in the Premier League. Really, really good season, certainly at the start of it. But where could we improve? That's what we've got to think about. And I want your comments about that. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.